Such an introduction. I, again, as I always do, give all praise to God for life. This is it's a dream that I knew would happen in reality. I didn't know when or how, but no different than I knew that the King holiday in the United States, celebrating Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday as a national holiday, a day that we remember the lives of all that have lived and died for the oneness of all people, as did he, and as did many people. As a little boy at 5 years old and 6 years old, when I heard about this man who was going around trying to make things better for black people and wanting for the rights for all people to be recognized and respected, equality. As I remember as a little child, boy, when I was growing up, and I listened to the music of Africa, wondering where was Africa, and having a connect. Hearing the music of Mary Makeba, hearing the music of all the different people, emulating the sound of their voices, saying words that didn't make any sense. Whatever. But I loved the sound of that. And then me hearing about, at a later age, I was in my 20s, hearing about sleeping blindness, the Tensorfly, talking about it probably when I was 23, 24, somewhere, talking about how I'd love to go to Ghana to help, to make a difference of those that had sleeping blindness. Envisioning me being there. And then, in the 90s, amazingly coming to Ghana for the first time. And wow, it felt like home. It felt as if I had been there. It felt like I remember the essence of it, like I remember the essence of when I was born. That essence I felt again. It's like I knew the people. And so I just want to let you all know, no different than since the beginning of my life, I knew that Stevie Wonder was a vehicle that God gave me to use my spirit, Steveland Morris, to do things to make the world better. And so now that I am too a citizen of this country, my goal is to bring people together. In a time where there's division all over the world, I'm believing that the call is for us all to come together, to give voice to the voiceless, to give peace in those places where there is war, where children are dying, where mothers and children are starving to death. That is not in God's plan. Never. I was so fortunate to, while coming here, having a chance to experience the story a documentary of President Jimmy Carter. And I know that he, different than a lot of those before and after him, his desire was to do what was right. Not necessarily what was politically or popular, but to do what was right. And this is where I know we have to be. And what is right is to bring all African countries together, to bring all people formerly from Africa, though now the diaspora and the United States and all over the world, to bring us all together. Not to create fear, but to create life and to create peace and to create love and to create everything that I do believe that our Father Most High wants for us to do. For as we are the original people of the planet, it is only fit, it's only fitting that we come together in the spirit of unity. But not a unity that's comfortable for those who want to get something and then once they get it, they're done with it. No, I'm talking about the unity that will bring the world together. Because as we are the original people, everyone born after us are our children. So I say to all my family throughout the world, I am singing of tomorrow. I'm singing of love. I'm singing someday love will reign throughout the world. I'm singing of love from my heart. Kikulela es una historia. I'm so happy to be a citizen here in this nation, the history, the culture, understanding that the first president officially, Kwame Nkrumah, went to this university that I was given just this last week, honorary degree. So I'm where and how and where I'm meant to be. Thank you, and I love you deeply. Until the rainbow burns the stars out in the sky, until the ocean covers every mountain high. All those things I say, I sing. And I will always do that because that was my mother's favorite song that I wrote. And I sang that song as part of the eulogy of my mother when we lost her in 2006. But the spirit of my mother and family, wife and children, all of my family, all of the mothers of my children, all of everyone, all of my children. I love you with my whole heart. And that's a forever thing. I thank you, Akuswa, for making this happen, being a part of it. You know, I talked about it for so long. But you can't talk about it unless you're going to be about it. So here we go. Let's get it. Thank you. Yes.
Rocky, it's interesting. Thank you very much, Stephen. It's interesting because from the first time I met you, you were always talking about Steveland Morris, Stevie Wonder, and always have a certain, for someone who's like in your own right as a reggae singer, you always become like a child, one of the children, when you talk about Stevie. From a musician standpoint and from a heart standpoint, because like Stevie, you're much more than a musician. you're a humanitarian. Can you talk a bit about what it means to us to have Stevie now as a Ghanaian? And why you have always felt that way?